I make the argument that neutrality is not an option. And I hope to explain that as we go. And you might think about that. Well, wait a minute. Neutrality is an option. We're supposed to bend. We're supposed to be flexible. We should concede from time to time, meet people in the middle. And there's a place for that. But I don't think there's a place for that in God's word. Let me start with an illustration here to point at what I'm talking about when I talk about neutrality or compromise. I'm going to use a modern or more modern illustration. We've seen this. You see it in your lives. We've seen it throughout history. But if you remember at the world and during World War II, Britain and France were two major players in Europe, as was Germany, correct? And what they tried to do to appease Hitler. They tried to keep a war from starting by compromise, by trying to remain neutral. And their intention was to, not start a war. But what was the result? We know this if you spent 5 minutes in a high school history class. Germany grew stronger. They invaded nations, and millions upon millions of people died. Now, the lesson I hope that you take from today and from this illustration is that neutrality or compromise allowed or allows today evil to gain power. Not just for the nations, but for yourselves as well.